What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another RiftGuides WildRift video. It's time for some Milio gameplay from the Chinese server, the rank 1 Milio. And also, if you're wondering what to build, let's dive deeper into how to play Milio, how to play this champion on a Chinese server, and what you can do to make sure to be the best Milio that you can possibly be. If you watched my quick Milio guide, you saw that you should choose between the orb, between the ancient coin, as well as the relic shield. In this instance, he started with the relic shield for more lane control and with the first ability running flash ignite for more lane dominance. So far, level 1 Leona can't really do too much. They have to be a little bit more reserved, but level 2, level 3 onwards, things will get a little bit spicy, because then Leona has the lockdown required to deal enough damage and help the Varus just one-tap people. But there's already one thing that is very sad to see, it's Leona having bone plating. Okay guys, this is a universal rule that always applies. If you have the row in Resolve Tree, you go for second wind as a melee support. Bone plating is always weaker, regardless of the context. Leona taking barely any damage, looks so funny. Okay, we hit the Varus damage is also so insane. Leona has to flash away. Varus was focusing Milio, but then turned onto the Jinx. They're winning the trade thanks to Leona doing a little bit of a goofy thing. Nice bouncing logic on the Q by Milio. I wonder if there's like a few ways how you can manipulate in a way that it's more beneficial for you. But yeah, as expected, they're winning the early game because they're designated to win at least level 1 to 2. Because yeah, it's double range champion into melee range champion. And if the melee and range champion don't play well together, it's a very easy feat for them to get bullied into submission. Nonetheless, on level 5, things start becoming a little bit more problematic. But we have to keep in mind that Milio's specific mechanic is to remove all CC on level 5. And provide you with a massive load of, what is it called? Tenacity. With it happening, the lockdown is definitely not to be that threatening compared to usually, because normally you would never move, right? Level 5, Varus hits you with ultimate, Leona hits with ultimate, with the Zenith Blade, with the Dawnbreaker, is it Dawnbreaker Shield? Daybreaker Shield? Let me know in the comments below. That you will not be able to move at all. And that is just, it's unbelievably toxic, because there's nothing you can do about this one. But with Milio being in the game nowadays, there's finally a way to have counterplay. We see a big counter gank by the Echo onto the Viego. Viego is trying to space away, jumps over the wall. Leona is... What is Leona doing? And this is, I guess, the reason why people play 80 carries in solo lanes. 1 HP onto the Leona, that's rather close. Ooh, the Jinx snipes her! Gets the reset, is excited, and guns them down, runs after them. Varus is only halfway to level 5, doesn't have the Chains of Corruption yet unlocked. Milio aiming with the Q, throws him away, but now the Viego is here. Body blocks this, pops the ultimate as well as 1 HP, but in the end still falls to this. This play was unbelievably extended, the Chains of Corruption of the Varus miss sadly. What an absolute massacre in the enemy jungle for zero reason. Like, literally zero reason. It's kind of funny. And you know, like something I didn't realize in the past when I looked at the patch changes for like Ardent Sensor. It's funny, because Ardent Sensor on paper got really hard nerfed in the early game as a rush item. The reason is, in the past, it provided you and the support champion with benefits, with both gained equal benefits, but now only the recipient of a shield or healing effect gains the effect. So if you rush this item, you're actually losing so much damage compared to before if you were auto-attacking enough. Because you would also apply it in the past, which is kinda sad to see. But given a demographic that usually plays Ardent supports, it's actually, as the game progresses, not too much of an issue, because they didn't auto-attack anyway. And in late game, it doesn't make a difference anymore, because in late game, you barely get to auto-attack as an Enchanter support, because yeah, if you get too close, you just get one-shot, unless you play a tank build. So that has to be kept in mind. Oh, any snipers? Recall being cancelled once again by the Yinks. And in the bottom right, we see a third ability max first, which probably then leads into a second ability max. Nice avoid here. He cancelled the Zenith Blade with the little flamingo. Is it called flamingo? My lore game is pretty bad. Honestly, if Varus had WQ, this could kill. This champion is absolutely nuts. Recalling, having Ardent ready in base. Picks up the Ardent, picks up tier 1 boots. It's quite a nice buff for the Jinx, having an early Ardent. But yeah, we are losing the dragon. Not too much of an issue losing a dragon. But by the way, guys, I found this new channel, I talked to them. They're cool with me reacting to this content, and they're posting only rank 1 of champion gameplays of like 3, 4, 5 games in a row. How would you like more of this content as well? So we have my content, then we have some more edited content, then we have the Chinese one game content, and then we have the rank 1 Chinese multiple game content. All in coming in, Leona pops ultimate, counter ultimate by the Milio, and we just heard, look at the, she's zooming. And yeah, make sure to check out their channel in the description below. It's very important to just give them some exposure for what they're doing. Oh, sadly the rocket misses. Look at him hunting him down. Oh well. Oh my god, Orianna. Oh, this Orianna could have been me, but there's a Viegor. Oh, Viego gets cancelled. Oh no, Viego. You are indeed pissed. I'll be pissed too. That's tough. That is most definitely tough for the enemy team. Having the W cancelled of Viego and then just walk away out of the ultimate. That's a tough one. He's giving the Jinx the complete money of the tower, which is sad because now he doesn't have enough money to buy boots. Oh, now he has enough money. Thanks, Camille. Now he has tier 2 boots as well as Veil. Many people say, but you don't need Veil on this chip, you already have CC cleanse. Okay, in this game, certain characters, if you're touched by CC, you die. It doesn't matter if the CC is 0.5, 0.7, 0.3, 1 second, or whatever, you simply die. To completely mitigate this as well as another source of damage, having Veil as well as the ultimate ability just makes it so much easier for your designated carry to not feel or have any pressure on them, because there's always gonna be a cooldown that can save them. And ideally, you layer defensive cooldowns. For example, you have Flash as a cooldown, you have Ghost or Exhaust as a cooldown, you have your Zonya's QSS as a cooldown, you have your Milio ult as a cooldown, Milio E movement speed as a cooldown. Like, all of these cooldowns matter in combination. And if you just randomly use spells, like here, see, the Veil saved the person, cause if the Veil wasn't there, I think the Zenith Blade would have already attached. And then the Jinx would have died regardless, cause the Jinx would have been locked down, and this brief moment of lockdown could have been enough to just get her killed. And that is the massive problem, and the reason why crowd control is so broken in WildRift. You already get one-shot without any form of crowd control, but being CC'd as a carry champion, and just taking any source of damage, is often enough to just get you immediately killed. Orianna is going for the Omega scaling route with the Archangel stuff. Archangel into Rabadon as it seems. And if you're wondering, gameplay-wise, since you are very akin to the typical Enchanter support like Lulu, Janna, etc., You designate a carry in a game, and most of the time you'll stick to the carry, or you'll shadow specific plays, deny ganks, or deny dives. But most of the things you'll be doing is choosing one person that you believe as the primary carry, and then be his little minion. That's usually the most secure way of you having a high impact, at least in solo queue or duo queue. And if you play duo queue, in theory you should obviously be more active on the map, but in duo queue, if you leave your premate alone, you're already gambling on a loss with very, very bad odds in your favor in terms of winning. So, even like if you play solo queue, it's a different story. Oh my god, the damage here, and we pop the ultimate, like he's gliding. There are so many layers of defensive cooldowns that make engaging so unbelievably difficult. The Veil was applied and denied the Blight stacks from being consumed on the Jinx, as well as maybe Viego could have looked for an ult combo onto the Jinx as well to just instantly one-shot her. Like, there's so many things that are so dangerous for an AD carry, that's especially as immobile as Jinx. Nice hit by the Jinx onto the Viego. And, okay, this is completely not related to the video, but I think I have to share this because I was like, okay, it was today, 7 AM, I went grocery shopping. There was an elderly man in front of me, and he tried to buy 6 bottles of vodka, as well as 2 buckets of chicken wings. I was like, what? If that isn't the most insane 7 AM pickup, then I don't know. Like, I haven't seen that one before. That is definitely gonna stick with me. And the lady at the cashier was like, I'm sorry, I can't sell you more than 4 bottles because I'm not allowed to. And he was fuming. They're on Nash. Oh, nice denial here with by the Protobelt, or the Protobelt denial with the Milio first ability. They didn't full. Oh, Varus flash ulting in here, but will he die? No. The ultimate ability that connects the CC as well as flash saved him, and now he's playing a super backline. Super far away, just providing any possible bonuses to his teammates, but he can't get anywhere close, because if he gets close, he will just instantly die. But if there's something that's absolutely vile, it's Milio's second ability, fully stacked lethal tempo, and obviously Runans. Because that stuff is going to be a little bit... Because see how she's hitting so many... Oh my god, I was so close. If that Darius connects, it's an instant death sentence. He will fall, but this should be enough for a decent turn, because Jinx gets excited. And now Runans is popping off. If Runans pop off... Will that kill? It doesn't kill. But yeah, absolute insane Runans pop off. Let me skip that one here, so we don't have the death timer or the death vision, because there's no point. Redemption being purchased. So far, our assumption with a few items are getting relatively close. Not having Harmonic, but rather Ardent into an immediate redemption makes Milio a lot tankier than he is, like, than a normal Enchanter support is. Nice tether range. This Infinite's so fun. He just shields him for more speed to come back to lane faster. And the cool thing is Redemption and Ardent both have haste. I'm curious what he's gonna do next. Which item is he going to go for? Is it going to be a utility item? Like, he has options like Protector's Vow. He already has good amounts of health. Protector's Vow is pretty cool. I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the earlier part of the video, he is running Ingenious Hunter. So Protect as well could definitely be a valid option. That's not too bad. Already has 2 health items. plus defensive boots, which also a help item. Oh, wait, no, now he goes for harmonic. I didn't even see the lost chapter in his inventory. My bad. I think given the enemy's composition and their way of wanting to play the game, I think Protector's Vow could have been really insane. Alternatively, he goes for like any utility item, like Staff works pretty well. Ooh, the Echo dies without getting to use ult. Jinx getting absolutely blown up here, but the crowd control removal is simply not enough. She just dies to collateral damage, because the Milio can remove all the CC, yeah, but he can't just deny all the damage that's incoming. And since his AP scalings are so pathetic, like his second ability is 15%, his third ability is 30%, his ultimate is 50%, but the healing so it's reduced anyway, and his Q, the damage spell, is 80%, so it just makes no sense. Honestly, they should probably remove some of the AP scaling on his Q and put some AP scaling on other spells, but then again, he might be too overbearing. He's such a piece of shit. I love it. Uh-oh. Why was he here? Why did he go? What was the point? Why? This was like, this is not criticism, there was no point. There was absolutely no point of doing this. Zero. Nothing. Just nothing. It wasn't their soul. There was no point. It was a complete brain fart. Respectable though. Is the enemy team actually going to end here? It's getting really close. Oh no, they might get wiped here. Oh no, they're not, enemies not hitting the Nexus. They didn't hit the Nexus. They are such a bunch of griefers. They could have just ended, but they didn't. They didn't believe in the power of friendship and unicorns, so they actually lose the game now. Oh no, that ward. This is the WildRift we love and hate at the same time. Just have one person or two people just refusing to hit Nexus, then it's on like 16 HP and then simply not ending, and then you just randomly lose because the game is past 18 minutes or 60 minutes, so past 60 minutes, so the Nexus shield is gone. And it feels so unbelievably depressing. Camille? Sniper? Close one. I mean, this game, they should not be able to win. Oh, like, honestly, I think Veil would have been a better choice to use here over Ultimate, because Ultimate benefits yourself as well, and Veil is a selfless cooldown. So obviously you want to have the sequence of spells used ready at hand, but again, there might be some situations in which you can't compute or process everything fast enough, and therefore you might also have your finger in a weird position, so you just press the nearest thing that you can to make sure that, well, nobody dies, because if Jinx dies, the game just ends. I think as of this point, like we all know, Jinx is the one. She's her. And it's all about Milio giving her every single bit of assistance. Oh, Orianna just griefed. Yeah, they lost. Yeah, Orianna got hit from outer space, spacecraft, space warfare, giga gliding, Jinx rockets with Milio range, so she just loses. Yeah. Lovely. Viego tries his hardest to change anything about the outcome. However, not today, Viego. There's no chance. And with that, we go over into the second game, if I'm not mistaken. Level 220. 212. Blood's popping off. Yeah, Perseverance, if you're wondering, some against some lanes, Perseverance is just the only way to live. Bump. Oh, Ash Yumster. That is disgusting. Lane-wise, a Yuumi lane, you can't kill them. Like, unless your champions have enough damage to just completely annihilate them, you will not win against the Yuumi lane. And therefore, the following rule applies. This is very important, so keep that one ready at all times. If your lane doesn't have the capabilities of one-shotting, like one-comboing a Yuumi lane, don't even trade. You don't want to lose HP. You will always be on the losing end if you are trading, so just don't. It's fine. Because the moment the enemy Yuumi lane realizes that they can just detach and fight you because Yuumi is tankier than some tank supports, level 1, you're in a very bad spot. Because you see, Yuumi here, she's doing the worst thing a Yuumi can ever do. During laning phase, unless the enemy legitimately has kill threat on you, which not many champions do have in the early levels, you should not be attached. Because your auto attacks at this stage of the game matter a lot. Because it's a lot of extra damage that is just chunked into the enemy's faces over and over again. Whereas all you have to do is make sure that if a bad situation arises, that you just put your third ability's healing on your ally, or you just use it for yourself to make sure that you stay alive for your second ability to come up again, so you can reattach and therefore you're immune to damage. So you're trading your HP bar to enable your AD carry to deal damage to the enemy champion, whereas the enemy gets baited into hitting you because you're closer to them or because they're clueless. You basically just do whatever depending on what needs to be done. And then you reattach when you're getting closer to dying. And because Yuumi is so tanky, you'll get away with it because there's not really much counterplay, apart from, as I told you, one-shotting them, and not many champions can do so. Evelyn lane gank. They should... The Ashe and Yuumi, they should really connect the dots, because nobody was in ward range to place that ward. Funnily enough, this was a free dive if Evelyn actually doesn't use Charm and just waits for the wave to crash. Or at least they get every single cooldown in the book, and they still kill them probably. Oh, Zed comes around the corner. This could be a little bit tough. Zed ults, hits the one, gets knocked back though. Big shielding coming in. Ashe misses the arrow. Shen also joins the party here. Yuumi ult locks on the Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa still has ultimate available with rather low HP. And we see another Ardent Rush. Just let me make sure to add the add this build as well, so there's multiple choices for people to play Milio, because I think I've already added 2. The tank version is roughly similar to one that this Chinese player is doing. But let's see. Again, the only enemy play is to find Ashe openings with ult, but as long as Milio has ult, this becomes increasingly more difficult. And the moment Milio also picks up Veil, it becomes borderline impossible. Another cool thing, because you're Milio, you can utilize your ultimate to deny CC, and you can keep your Veil exclusively for Zed's ultimate. In case you didn't know, if you apply Veil before the Zed ult pops and there's no spell proccing the Veil shield will completely negate Zed's ult damage. And given if he hits it with a full combo for like, I don't know, 2k, 2.5k damage, that is quite the insane thing. Okay, Kai'Sa has a big power spike with Terminus. Ardent in 15 gold, so next wave we have Ardent available, but he's not looking for reset, he probably wants to push next wave. Okay, Yuumi stays in lane, there's a control ward down here. Milio. Ashe is playing... Wait. I hope Ashe isn't the one playing comment. Oh, Syndra didn't get the memo. I guess you did. Yeah. But they trade Dragon back, so this will not be a sole angle for Milio's team. Milio also needs to destack his support item. Otherwise he's losing out on accelerated scaling of said support item. I need to be mindful. They don't have info on Z. Yeah, there he is. Every cooldown in the book is being thrown onto the Kai'Sa. I think it was Shen ultimate, Milio ultimate, every single thing. The mimics are doing the work here. Still haven't found a moment to reset. Didn't get to spend the money on Ardent. Looks like a free turret. Z on the blue of the other side of the map. Yasuo completely dominating the Syndra. I wonder if Syndra was smart enough to take first strike, because she will never be able to kill Yasuo anyway, nor poke him. Electrocute also will not do anything, because you can never kill Yasuo as a Syndra. You can't. It's not possible. It's impossible. You should just not even try. So what people do, to at least gain some more economy, also with the nerfs to Giant Slayer, what you do is you go for Sorcery Tree, you pick up Sweet Tooth, and you pick up First Strike. And that way you can juice out like roughly another 1k up to 1.5k at 12 minutes, if you play it well. And I think that's a pretty decent investment, because Giant Slayer as it is was a massive buff to Yasuo, because Yasuo doesn't stack as much health. I think he only builds Divine Sandra and Defensive Boots in most scenarios, and that way he will only get closer to 700 value in HP, but they nerfed Giant Slayer for exactly that value. So only gain like half the benefit of before to champions such as Yasuo. Which is kind of weird. Because normally, you would also want to kill, like being able to kill these champions, but AD carries were never really able to in the first place. So what they've done is they nerfed the rune, but it's still the best in-slot rune for that row. There's nothing better. Even in the worst looking Giant Slayer games, it will still outperform Coup de Grace. The only argument you can make is Coup de Grace damage dealt will be relevant damage because they're already low, but you need to get people low. Evelyn goes in with a big combo here, gets one pickup for her troubles. Kai'Sa being fully for tempo stacked, not anymore though, you saw that with the yellow glow. Something that you also have to keep in mind during laning phase. You do not want to have enemies lethal tempo fully stacked as you trade, because not only you have to think about the normal range of a AD carry champion, you also have to add the range that lethal tempo grants you, it's 75. That also can completely change the way trades happening, because they get to auto-attack you more frequently from higher range, but you can even react to it. And that way you can gain more like 1, 2, 3 more auto-attacks even as you're running away, because the enemy can just chase you down. It's a very problematic thing, to say the least. Also, I tried playing, I think 2 days ago. I want to play with friends. We were double GM and 1 master. And we got into queue for 40 minutes. We got 2 queue resets. And we couldn't find the game. And it was, I think, 3 PM? during the day. I don't know, it's kind of crazy. Also, there's some insane stuff happening with wildcards currently. My partners are looking for solutions to get you better deals in the future. The moment we are live again, I'll make sure to inform every one of you, so you don't overspend on buying wildcards. Okay, dragon being secured. Shen on the other side of the map split pushing, having ult available. Yasuo also pushing on the top side. Evelyn has some camps to clear. Yumi now on the Z. The Z used ultimate. You saw it with the shadow, bouncing back and forth. Yasuo going in. I think he did the flash combo. Also the Shen ults on top of the Yasuo. Z survives with 1 HP. Sadly, we don't see any of this, so we only have to just get the information from the minimap. Oh, Evelyn goes into the Ashe on the tower, has to use ult but kills the Ashe. Assuming the movement speed, I think there was even an exhaust involved, but I'm not quite certain. Milio? I think he was doing something else and he thought the tower was still alive. Baller. Baron spawning in about 10 seconds. Evelyn is not in a position to do anything for this, but Kaiser just add all the fruit for mana. You're such a swine. To be fair, it was a Yasuo player, so was it truly a bad thing? Nah, they don't deserve anything. All my homies hate Yasuo players, and if you hate Yasuo players too, let me know in the comment section below. Tell them. Share your hatred for Yasuo players. It's important. Redemption being picked up. Evelyn looking for a pick here. Yasuo is also relatively close proximity-wise. They're now turning on Nashor, having some vision established. There are a few blind spots out where the enemy could approach from, but the Z is on the other side of the map. They're giving up Nashor for this play. They killed the Shen, but it doesn't matter. They just lost Nashor, which is a massive loss for them. They're stepping very far forward, considering that they're alone. They have plenty of tools to survive. Syndra used ult, barely did any damage. We still have every single cooldown in the book available. But you can tether the T-Rex. It's funny. No wave has been prepped earlier, so they're now kind of stuck here. They'll barely make it in time to get another wave to an inhibitor, to gain another nexus, to gain another inhibitor. Because, relatively speaking, they got the worst inhibitor, which is mid lane. It does the least for you. Oh, they got absolutely caught here. But Milio still survives because he's by far the tankiest here. He has 2 semi-defensive items as well as plated steel caps. So it's borderline impossible for him to just die. Meanwhile, his team prepped these sideways as this little skirmish went on. So they will gain another inhibitor for the sacrifice of the Kaiser. And they're pretty happy with this. Sadly enough, the next dragon will not be the soul for either team. So even though they have the setup, of the perfect inhibitor for the dragon. Oh, I mean, it doesn't even matter because the super minions didn't even spawn yet. But yeah. Kai'Sa went full damage. In a game where the enemy is primarily physical damage, with the exception of Syndra, she went full damage. Honestly, I would have just gone for defensive boots and be like, yeah, sure you can kill me, guys. Certainly you can. Harmonic Echo now being purchased. Look at him zooming. He has now infinite capabilities of healing people. His W, Redemption, Harmonic Echo, all of these are pretty cool things to have. Shen ulted the Yasuo? For what? Did he maybe try to escape from something? I didn't pay attention to it, to be fair. Now they don't have Shen ult for the next upcoming fight. Nor the sideline pressure. But they're melting the Baron, so the enemy will probably not be in a position to do anything about it. Ooh, Zed is already behind them trying to steal, and he steals. However, he gives his life plus the cat's life for it. But this still might lead to the end of the game, because there are already 2 dead inhibitors past 16 minutes as well. Look at the healing. Constant healing. You go cuddle with the bros. look at him just walking around healing people. So much constant value without having to do anything is kinda insane, no? The constant procs of redemption, constant procs of healing, it's so nice to have, and infinite mana, of course. I mean, he has blue buff, but he would have infinite mana. Damn, they couldn't end, and now the Shen will probably die to the Zed. Oh, yep, he does. Death mark gap. Zed also picked up the most important buff for Zed, blue buff. And they're getting another kill. Why is the team now griefing it down? That is kinda troublesome. Because Elder is at play here. Kai'Sa on the move, hunting down the Syndra. Blade pop, the movement speed bonus has been applied. She is zooming, flashes forward, goes after, ults in as well. 1 HP left. Ultimate also comes in. The healing is infinite. And there's just no way the enemy can survive this one. Shen ults here to bring some emotional support as well as the ability to end the game. Next wave comes in, Shen is tanking the Nexus, tries to escape with his life, and they end the game. Pretty cool stuff. They show the end of game screen? I don't know. But yeah, check out that channel description below. I think it's very helpful to see different people playing this champion, especially when it's so difficult to pick this champion or even find the game. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, you see the belt, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and catch each other for tomorrow. Catch each other for more content tomorrow. Take care.